Well, hello. Hey there. Welcome. So, it's time. Switch those lights off. Get that candle ready. And be reminded why we light that candle. Make sure you find that quiet space, that space where you can stretch out a bit. Lay back. Know that when you light this candle, you are connecting back to an ancestral frequency. The frequency in the element of fire. And this is the same way that our ancestors did it. And that's what we're doing, is we are connecting back to an ancestral frequency, a frequency of knowledge, where we can learn how to navigate this world. And trust me, there are forces out there that want to keep you from it, that want to keep you from harmonizing your body. And knowing that when your body is in harmony, it is able to connect to that natural world and see through, dare I say, the bullshit. It influences your body and gives you confidence and strength, knowing that you are a part of creating the world. You are not a victim of it. Things just don't happen in our world. We create them based on our decisions, based on our experience in the world. But you don't act like you have nothing to do about it. Here in this practice, when we light that candle, we connect back to our ancestral frequency. Connect back to Mother Earth and check in. Here we have designed a practice that I call an oracle meditation. Here we clear our thoughts and connect back to breath. Inhaling, imagining that when we inhale, the blessings, the medicine, and the magic, we imagine Mother Earth picking up our exhales, recycling them, turning them into blessings that we're asking for, the medicine we need to heal our body, and the magic to co-create the world. All we have to do is exhale and make room. So do this with me. Inhale the blessings, the medicine, and the magic, and exhale to make room. Find that connection, and we do it. We work on inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. It doesn't always have to be like that, but for this meditation, we encourage it. It allows your body to sit in a state of conscious and subconscious. It's your rhythm, but work on that. Here in this meditation, we practice using our imagination, because we know that if we don't use it, we will lose it. So quickly, thank you for following, thank you for liking and listening and discovering your practice, your medicine, your uniqueness in the world. So please continue to like, subscribe, and strengthen that message of connection. Strengthen our tribe. We are here to support each other. Here we learn about moon phases, chakras, frequencies, the zodiac in which the moon is in, and tells us which zone of the body to work with. And in return, that part of the body holds a message. Today, we are still sitting in that waning moon, that last sliver before we go into the darkness, to that darker moon, which is called the dark side of the moon, or the dark moon. This is where we work on our faith and our stability. This is where we are called to look introspectively and make time for self-care, this is the meaning of this. The meaning of this time in this phase of the moon puts us to an introspective cocoon, if you will. We are sitting in the 8th phase, which creates a oneness of all of our chakras. We are sitting in perfect alignment. The moon itself is sitting in Libra, which is about balance. And it's also about the intestines, the rinds, all of those large and small intestines. And that area of the body holds on to the past. And it also holds on to our ability to move out what we no longer need and make room. Ancestors would go to oracles to let them know and tell them the time of doing things. And that's what this meditation is designed to do, to tell us what to do, to put a plan to action. We have learned in this meditation over the last few years that we are all walking a sacred path, a red road. And along the red road, we get animals, ancestors, symbols, signs. We see synchronicities, and we are told to encourage it, to see beyond the physical and break through the illusion. Right now, we are being asked as we walk the red road to find a power place. What is a power place? It's where we find that earth connection, where we sit and we pick up that power. For me, it would be my backyard. To getting back to Mother Earth in a place that I feel will nurture and help me grow. I feel like that about my home, and it's interesting that we are encouraged to be at home. Right now, we are getting ready to celebrate that holiday of children, that Hallows Eve. And this is a time of joy, of happiness. So we encourage y'all, create that power place. Next, along the red road, the next card we get is lightning. And lightning is that element of fire, that element of excitement. Lightning is that force of the upper world, that formidable electricity, that lightning bolt that brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanying that mighty sound, that thunder. This is an exciting time. When lightning happens, this is that gift that we are looking for, that spark. As lightning comes to us, it jolts us into accepting that destiny. Let this intention release what's in the way of fulfilling your life purpose. We're going into the darker parts of the moon, into that darkness. As we enter into ourselves, we are discovering and lighting up that information, releasing what we no longer need. That lightning brightens up the sky, creates that awareness, connects back to Mother Earth with a powerful, powerful connection. As we continue to walk, we not only get lightning, but we get animals. Animals that cross our way for one reason, and that is to deliver us a message. Today, the ancestors that steps forward is our faithful companion of Dog. And Dog reminds us of the loyalty that we have established with ourselves. We are being encouraged to create that self-care, that to make time for ourselves, to connect back to Mother Earth, to find that power place, to let the lightning jolt us into the awareness and remind us of the loyalty that we have for ourselves. Our ancestor who walked among us at one time, had a message, and this message was to share your knowledge. Some oracles, some spirits were taken far too young, and this one steps forward to remind us that we have that loyalty, that we have established that loyalty, that we need to share that message of loyalty, of companionship, creating that power place, allowing that lightning bolt to jolt us into that awareness, to help share our knowledge, to see ourselves in that mirror, to see that child that we have revealed. I have to be honest. When I cut my hair, I was very upset. I couldn't believe I did it, for one. But it also allowed me to see that person that I used to be. And holding on to the past is the time that we're sitting on. So I have, in a way, in my head, created a new version of myself using an old image that I loved. But it took me a little while to figure that out. And this is our ability to move out what we no longer need. And as it bubbles up, we don't judge it. I honestly didn't really know what was happening until I look back and I allow that realization, that lightning bolt to come in. It took a friend to let me know that I needed to work on my yard, and I forgot how happy it makes me. And the dog that comes up today, reminding myself to be loyal to those lessons that I have learned, and to share the message. To share the message that this means simply taking care of your home. And encouraging that new reflection. Know that you know what to do, and it's to walk your way. The road is clear. We know what to do. And we know that we must do it our way. I love that. Because it doesn't work the same for everyone the same way. We all learn different. We can all read the same passage and get a different message. It's one of the things I love about using oracle cards, is that it is a loose representation, and you can put it together in a way that can benefit the collective with one message. Stay close to home. Connect back. Find that power place. That place that gives you fulfillment, that encourages you. Let that lightning bolt, that jolt of electricity, spark some awareness in you. But let it remind you to be loyal to your information. Share your knowledge. Look at that reflection in the mirror with joy and happiness. Know that you have cleared the way. You know what to do, and it must be done your way. Those intuitive whispers, they're calling us to explore that fulfillment. By doing everything in phases, we are no longer overwhelmed with the idea when things come up. Never overwhelmed with the idea that we must provide the self-care or let go of the past. Respect the past for what it has given us, and explore that idea of fulfillment, of fullness. Take that time to breathe, and know that by breathing, it will ease that way. And know that you have to do it your way. Know that you are being guided to do it your way and to explore that fulfillment. And know that it will provide the forgiveness, and forgiveness is self-care. It is the ultimate gift. So if this is as far as you get and you only came for the message, this is your message. Find that power place. Get connected back to Mother Earth. Maybe light a candle. Allow that lightning bolt of inspiration to happen. Put yourself first. Be loyal to yourself first. Share the knowledge that you have learned. Look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you see. The road is being cleared and you know what to do. Now, walk it your way. Explore that idea that you have reached fulfillment, that you have reached fullness, and make time to breathe. Breath will ease that transition and allow you to sink further into yourself. Release that blame and release that guilt, that fear, that injustice, and reflect on the beauty that you see and the experiences that it has taught you. So, for the rest of us, let's continue this meditation and do a body scan. For those of you that are new, a body scan is where we imagine a hoop that is connected to our breath. Inhale, let that hoop go higher. Exhale, let it sink down, gently, floating, relaxing your forehead, closing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, releasing your tongue. Imagine that hoop relaxing your throat and your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, let it go all the way back up. Exhale, let it sink gently. This time, let it create a bubble in its wake. Let that hoop gently sink down just a bit faster. That hoop, that's your relaxation. That bubble, that's your transportation. So sink further. Each time, lay back. Take it from here. This is your practice. Sink. If you've reached the end, tie off your bubble. Create a tether like a balloon. Create a string or a rope, a root, ribbon. Create it, that long tether. Connect it back to Mother Earth. Let your mind connect back to that core memory. Lay back. Float in the darkness. This is the frequency of abundance. This is where we tune that frequency of wealth, good health, relationships, miracles. This is where we pick up those blessings we find throughout life. Here, this is where you let go of all that we no longer need. In the dark, there's so many things that we now know that we can release from the past and free ourselves of that burden, that guilt, that blame, that bitterness. Once and for all, stop the suffering and instead choose to feed that living wolf, that dog, that loyalty, that leader inside of us. We can choose how we respond. Take a time out. Connect back to breath. Slow down. Sink deeper into the dark. We can find that that crackling fire, that world where the crickets sing till dawn. Find it. Sink further into the dark. Leave the void. Go through it. We're in that stage of the night where it is pitch black. All we hear is the crackling of the fire, surrounded by the darkness of the void. Close your eyes if they're not already closed, and explore that fulfillment. No longer fear the dark, for we know that we are the light that shines bright in the night sky. We are that lightning bolt that creates that thunder of excitement. Far off in the distance, you can't hear it yet, but you see the lightning. Imagine that being those neurons, those creative ideas. Slow down. Know that you are allowing your past experiences and using them as fuel for the fire to influence those current behaviors in a better way. And it's your job to do it your way. You are simply being reminded to stay in a high vibration in all of your actions and your choices. Refrain from reacting, for this will only delay the progress of the healing. Yes, love is the way. Make that time to create that self-care, to explore and to share that knowledge, to see yourself in that reflective mirror. To say thank you for all that you have been taught. Come. Before you fall asleep, let's release our body and create that balance. This is where we go and do a tapping. Tapping is EFT, emotional freedom technique. This is where we wake up that emotional body and are able to physically release it. This is our Control-Alt-Delete a program and insert a new one. And all you do is simply remember the sequence and listen to the words. So find that area on your hand where you would do a karate chop. And this is how we wake up that emotional body. And here we are going to release that selfishness. Switch hands, tap. Tap that area of your forehead, that third eye area, tap. I am kind to all. Slide to your temples and tap. I am aware that everything I do or say affects myself and others. Under your eyes and tap. I will help those who seek it. Slide under your nose and tap on that little divot, tap. I will seek out ways to be of service. Slide under your lip and tap on your chin. I develop an attitude of looking for ways to help others instead of waiting to be asked. Slide down your throat to your clavicles and tap. Everything I do is from a spiritual perspective. Tap under your arm like you're giving yourself half a hug and tap. I put my heart into it. Switch sides and tap. I forgive myself and encourage self-care. Tap your head, on the top of your head, tap. Exhale. By doing this, you have deleted a program, deleted that, and forgiven yourself and increased that selflessness. You have deleted one program and increased another, while allowing your body to decide what it gives up. These are slight, tiny little whispers of change. Take time to breathe. Take time to breathe, and it will encourage that ease. Explore that idea in the dark, that idea of fulfillment. You know what to do. Walk it your way. Be proud of what you have discovered. Be loyal to yourself. Most of all, share your medicine. Your uniqueness is what we need in the world. Reflect on what you have already let go. Notice how your body feels. And keep going. You can even take the time to thank the universe, thank the Creator for what you have taught, what you've been taught. I know I do that now when I can't sleep at night. Instead of allowing my brain to go all over the place, I simply start, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you, thank you, thank you. I sometimes even repeat the phrase, thank you for showing me that this situation is already resolved. And I feel as if it clears the way. That I'm not sitting in helplessness. I'm using the tools that I've discovered to help me navigate my way. So anchor yourself. Allow that warmth of that fire to encourage you. That lightning in the distance knows that the storm is coming, and the storm is welcomed, and we embrace that storm. Know that it will clear the way for all of our intentions. As we go into these last few days of the dark moon, moving into the new moon, this is where we set those intentions. Not yet. 2 more days. Let's see what else bubbles up. And we'll walk through it together. Till then, let's make our way back to the void. No need to move. Let's let our choir of crickets and crackling fires sink us back into the void. Let that darkness surround us, move us, call us. Good job. Welcome back. Welcome back to the void. So wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, open your eyes. Open your eyes to all of your magic. Be reminded to take time to breathe. Take time to sink back and close your eyes. Connect back to the earth. Find that power place. Be loyal to yourself. You made a promise. Explore that fullness. And be reminded that you are a blessing. So thank you once again for practicing, for liking, for listening, and most of all, for sharing your message. Sharing our message of connection. Be reminded that you are not alone. You are strengthening our tribe. So I offer you more blessings to you, to me, and to all who listen.